YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it's a little different from me. Now, I typically bring you all the pros of crochet hair, all the why you should do crochet hair in 2020. Everything good about crochet hair comes from this channel. I'd say I'm one of the biggest advocates of crochet hair here, but today's video, we're gonna look at the cons of crochet hair. People make legitimate comments about the negativities and the cons of crochet hair, and I want to take an objective look at them today. Now, what's prompting me to do this video is one of my favorite content creators out there, Damilohun, was on Instagram Live and was talking about Lipstick Alley and how her and her family are typically talked about on there in a negative fashion. And this was a while ago, but it had me thinking, are people talking about me on Lipstick Alley? Are negative things being said about me? And I searched Lipstick Alley, and the only negative thing they could say about Lavon is, and I quote, her smile is nuts. It looks like her teeth are about to fall out of her mouth. And if that's the worst thing that people have to say about me, I'm okay with that. I am totally fine with that. People say way worse here. I get so many comments about the fact that I have a lisp, that I'm too old to have a lisp. How is this girl past 20 and having a lisp? You should put a video disclaimer at the beginning of your video saying, hey, I have a lisp. It would help me grow more. Somebody literally told me I would have more subscribers if I didn't have this lisp. I have a thick skin. I really don't care about most things. People can say literally anything about me, and my self-esteem is through the roof. So again, I went on Lipstick Alley, which you shouldn't do, because I always thought it was about celebrities, and people always talk trash about celebrities, but apparently they talk about the the common man. As YouTubers become popular, you get talked about. But again, as we sit here, knock on wood, this is the worst they say about me. But I did see my name in other threads that were related to crochet hair, and I was like intrigued, and a lot of times they were saying good things about crochet hair in general, but then sometimes they were saying not so good things about crochet hair. Not about me, but crochet hair. And I wanted to dive into those cons and kind of speak on some of the positives and flip them if I can, and some of the cons are just going to be cons that I cannot flip, and we're going to talk about that in today's video. Now, the first thing I saw on one of these Lipstick Alley threads was this photo, and I'm going to insert it up above right now, of Ra Ali. I know her from Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if she's in other things, but I know Ra Ali from Love and Hip Hop New York, and it's her in some beautiful crochet braids in a lock style, and the streets had a lot to say about that. Now, some of the comments said crochet, laughing emoji, trash can emoji. Next thing is, I had to take back my like after seeing they were crocheted. She has too much money for crochet. No crochets for me. And then my ultimate favorite one was LMAO. I don't care how hard life gets, I'm not getting no crochets. That's so funny to me. I had to laugh about that because, again, I don't know if life getting hard is a crochet hair attribute. My life isn't hard in any capacity, yet I've worn crochet hair nonstop for the last 3 years. Dare I say my life has probably gotten easier because I'm not spending the hundreds and thousands that other people are spending on, non-crochet hairstyles. The thread title is, wait, so getting crochet lock braids, etc. is cheap and tacky? Where's that at? It's not. I think the mindset is it looks cheap. Do I look cheap? Do I not look cute? Am I not looking cute? I think Ra Ali looks good. I think the mindset here is, why didn't she get individual? What? She doesn't have 9 hours to spend in a chair? She doesn't have 8 hours to spend in a salon chair with 2 people working in her hair? Like back in the old days when I used to get micro braids, when I used to get all kinds of box braids, I'd be in that salon for hours upon hours, hungry. They be eating behind me. I'm not eating, but I'm sitting there, head hurting, taking an Advil afterwards. But because she got crochet braids, she's all of a sudden cheap and tacky, and crochet braids, throw it in the trash can. I don't think so. I don't agree with the notion that crochet braids are cheap and tacky and all of that. So again, don't know where this conversation is coming from, but I'm not with it. So again, the con is that crochet braids is cheap and tacky. I'm saying no to that con right now. Now, the comment on the thread that's talking about me, so a girl presented my videos on the main concept beach curl and the free tress deep twist, and she said she's thinking about getting crochet for the first time. Which hair should she go with? The first response, that is neither. Throw that whole hairstyle away. Crochet should have stayed buried where people left them in the 90s. Oh, but should they have? Oh, but the 90s. When I was in the 90s, of course, I was a kid, so I only had plaids, I had braids, box braids, and all that. I didn't know crochets were a big deal in the 90s, so I wasn't aware that this is kind of a re-emerged style, but I totally admit now, I know that it is, you know, a repeat of what people used to do in the 90s. Why should it have stayed there? I don't know, but let's continue on. Now, some of the other cons of crochet hair I saw on a Facebook group, Crochet Hair Braiding. I've referenced this crochet hair group at least 2 times on this channel, so many times. The name of the group on Facebook is Crochet Hair Braiding, and they had a whole thread about the cons of crochet hair. So one of the first cons says, depending on who does your hair, they will be too tight, possibly causing damage to your hair, especially the hairline, possibly too loose, allergic reaction to the hair that could cause itching, time consuming to take out, depending on the technique. So this person listed a lot of cons with it. Now, addressing the first thing, depending on who does your hair, they can be too tight. Yes, that is true. That is a true con. Going to somebody who's going to braid your scalp into infinity is a true con. Don't go to that person. That's how you alleviate that con, is stop going to people who are going to braid your hair out. Don't do it. When I was a kid and when I was a child and my mom would take me to these places and my head would hurt afterwards, I had no say-so in things. You know, my mom was paying for things that was coming out of her pocket. She was trying to alleviate having to do my hair. Totally understandable. Now as an adult, I have a choice, and my choice is I won't go to somebody who's going to mess up my hair and braid my scalp down. Try other people. Don't keep going back to Maybelline because she does an amazing job on your hair. We feel so inclined to trust our people. We've been to, you know, Mabel 13 times. We can't go, but 13 times our head's been hurting. Switch to somebody else. Go to somebody else. I do my own styles. My mom does my styles. She does not hurt my head. I do my styles. I do not hurt my head. Whenever the case may be, I do not hurt my own hair. I'm not going to braid my scalp into infinity. So again, yes, your braids can be too tight. Again, that's a con that can be alleviated going to the right person. Now the next thing, allergic reaction to the hair that could cause itching. Yes, that is a major con. Some people are allergic to crochet hair, and that's just a fact. Synthetic crochet hair at that, and that's just a fact. There's nothing really you can do. Rinse it out in ACV. I've had people say I've rinsed my hair out in ACV, it still doesn't work. Don't make something work that doesn't need to work. It's $5.99 a pack hair. You do not have to make it work. If you washed it out in ACV, apple cider vinegar, and that is what ACV stands for, and it still doesn't work for you, don't make it work. That's a con that's going to turn you off of crochet hair. And again, I will admit, crochet hair may not be for you if you're that person that I'm speaking to right now. Some people have an allergic reaction. That is a true con to crochet hair, and that's a con that I can't debate anybody about, because that's a true statement. If you're allergic, you don't have to do crochet hair. Try a different protective style if you are having that allergic reaction. Now the next thing, time consuming to take out. I don't agree with that. It's not that time consuming. I mean, I'm always doing things. Like, I'm always watching something on TV. You guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I love 90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance is a 2-hour long show. Take the hair out while you're watching a show. I don't know what people are doing. Like, are they just standing in front of a mirror and doing it? I bring my little tiny mirror, my handheld mirror where I do my makeup, and I do it for the front. And the back I kind of just kind of grab and cut, you know. But it's not that time consuming. I guess in the theory, yeah, it may take like you about an hour to take it all out. But again, I'm not wasting my time. I'm doing what I would do. Typically, if I'm watching 90 Day Fiance on a normal 9-take hair out week, I'm just eating food, sitting in front of the TV. Instead, I'm just, you know, cutting my hair out, taking my hair out. So I don't see it as that time consuming. But I guess to some people, I guess if you are kind of like just going through and not doing anything and sitting aimlessly, it could be kind of time consuming. Now the next thing, shedding. I have to say, what hairs are y'all choosing that are shedding like that? Because on this channel, over the last 3 years, I can kind of count on one hand how many hairs have shed, and I've tried probably 40+ hairs. Not a lot of my hairs are shedding that terribly, and it could be the way your person is installing it. If they're installing it and not fully pulling the hair through the loop and leaving some strands out, your hair will shed. If they're doing it and pulling it all the way through, all the hairs coming through, then no, it should not be shedding like that. The last hair that I had that had a major shedding problem was that human hair crochet hair. I'll link that video up above where I'm talking about that hair shedding. But if you see in any of my other videos, I would address shedding if it was an issue. I have nothing to hide. I have no alliance to these brands, so I would call out shedding if it was a real issue. I haven't had that issue in a lot of hair. So if you watch my videos, you will know which hairs don't shed a lot. Some hairs take a lot of maintenance. That's a con. Some hairs do. If you watch my channels, you know the best hairs. You watch all my videos, right? These people who are on this thread, they're not watching my channel because, yes, some hair does take a lot of maintenance. That is a con of it. The purpose of this channel is to find which hairs don't take a lot of maintenance. You get what I'm saying? So again, not going with the right hair, yeah, it's going to take a lot of maintenance, but for me, this is not a con. And what I'm looking at this whole time is my computer. I have my computer sitting right here, so I forgot to address this computer right here, looking at that. Now, one person said, I don't like the front finish look. And then somebody commented back and said, what you mean? And they responded back, the part. Somebody said, do you do the invisible knot for the front? And they said, yes, I do them for others. I just not a fan. My daughter loves them, so on her style ideas for her. Now, some people are not a fan of the front depending on who does the style. Now, I will insert a picture right now that was shared in this group by a stylist. She did this, but the customer asked her to make the knots look like that. So a lot of people were going in on her because she put in the title or the description of it, look at them front knots like fire emojis or whatever. And then people were like, fire? No, not fire. But you have to understand, if her customer asks for that, that's what her customer asked for. Some people are into the realistic, you know, kind of look of kind of how crochet can be if you invisible knot it. Some people don't care that you can see the knots. Again, I stress this in every video. I'm not that person. I don't want anybody to know it's crochet hair. You got to be up on me to know that this is crochet hair. I don't want you to know unless you're digging in deep to know I have braids up under here. But again, some people, this is the knotting that they want. You don't have to have unrealisticness. Some people don't like the way the front finish looks when it's the other way. Some people don't like the way my front finish looks. Some people look at the other way and say, hey, that's better than this. But to me, I like invisible knotting. I invisible knot where I can. So the front finish for a lot of people is going to be a con if you go to the wrong person. But if you're somebody who does go to somebody who knows how to conceal, who knows how to do the illusion method, who knows how to do a lot of these methods, that ain't gonna be no issue. Somebody said a con is versatility. Now, it's funny enough that in my why you should do crochet hair all 2020 video, I said versatility was a pro of it, but it's a pro for me. I get for some people being limited in a style is a con, and that's a valid con. I will definitely say check for a con for some people. You're never going to be able to switch up. I was 6 weeks in my last hair, the fantasy pop hair, and I looked like this the entire time. I couldn't change it day to day. It was that way every single day. For me, I like it because, child, I'm lazy. Child, I don't want to have to do nothing with my hair. But for some people, they want to do something different. They want to wear it straight the next day. They want to wear it curly. They want to wear it, you know, wavy. They want to do different things with it, and they don't have that versatility. So for some people, that will be a true con. But for me, and my laziness, oh, that's a pro that it stays the same all the time. Now, that's just a few of the cons that I was able to see in the group. A lot of people can't come up with a lot of cons for it. Other than the fact that some people just don't like synthetic hair, that's going to be a con to anybody. It's synthetic hair. If you don't like synthetic hair, crochet hair isn't for you. That's going to be a con for you. But some of the cons that people suggest just aren't cons anymore. I think people think of the 90s crochet hair era where it was kind of the stiffer curls. They were not that much variety. We're out of the 90s now, and there's variety. There's youth doing it. It's not, you know, looked upon as an older person style. A lot of times it's looked at as a 40+ style, but I started wearing crochet braids in my 20s. I have a follower on Instagram. I love her. She's a gymnast. She's about 15 now. I believe she's 15 now. I think she's been following me since she's been 14, 13 years old. She has crochet hair in it. She's a gymnast. It works for her. It's easy for her being in the gym, sweating out daily. So it's not just a 40+, it's a 13, it's a 20, it's a 30, it's a 40. You can have your babies wearing it now. Children crochet is on the market now. So again, it's a con for some, and for you, if it's a con for you, you don't gotta try it. Again, ain't nobody forcing you. Ain't no guns in your head to make you try crochet braids. But I cannot stop being the crochet hair advocate that I am, and I will continue being the advocate that I am. And you can continue watching if you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on anything. Keep that bell on so again you don't miss out on anything. Get them notifications when I'm coming, because 2020 I'm coming hard with the content for you guys out there. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up even if you didn't enjoy it. We want all the love and support over here on this channel. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lavon89 so you can catch my content in real time, see me in real time, and see my shenanigans in real time. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.